And so, my beloved grandson, that you will never forget this story, I will write down what I recall of those terrible days. But remember, these are the memories of a little boy. For though it may be hard for you to believe, I was once your age.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Introibo ad altare Dei.
Ad Deum qui laetificat juventutem meam.
Judica me Deus et discerne causam meam de gente non sancta. Ab homine iniquo et doloso erome.
Quia tu est Deus fortitudo mea, quae me repellisti et quae trisis incedo, dum affligit me inimicus.
Emite lucem tuum et veritatem tuum. Ipse me deduxerunt aut adduxerunt in montem sanctum tuum, et in tabernacula tua.
Et introibo ad altare Dei, ad Deum qui laetificat juventutem meam.
Sanguinum vitam meam, in coram manibus iniquitates sunt, dextera eorum repleta est moneribus. Hoc est bene corpus meum.
My Lord and my God.
Father, the baptism party is tonight. We need meat, and Monsieur Henri here is opening his land to the entire village for this hunt. You must come with us. The air will do you good.
Jacques, my son, I'm afraid my days of hunting are over. These days it appears I'm the one being hunted.
Hunted? Nonsense, Father. You're quite safe here. Robespierre's thugs will never enforce their stupid laws. Catlino is right. You must come. My father still tells stories of when you two were boys. He remembers you were the best marksman in all the Vendée.
Henri, your father can't remember what he had for breakfast.
Bonjour, Father Bernier.
Bonjour, Marie. Marie, run and tell your dear mother we will be having a few more guests tonight. Just some of my friends from Angers.
How many, Father?
Oh, 40 or 50 or so.
50? She's going to be...
I know. Tell her I'm sorry.
Very well, Father.
You see, Father, now we'll need even more meat. Please.
He was looking at you. He was not. He was looking at you.
Very well, gentlemen. I'll come along, but only as an intercessor. I'll pray to St. Eustace. You do all the shooting.
50? Did you say 50? Oh, is that all? Only 50, eh? 50?
Maybe 40?
Why does he do this to me? Every time we have a party. How many friends can one man have, I ask you? Does he think the Vendée beats all of France? What am I supposed to do? Put 50 dinners out of my ear? Dominique, run and fetch your mother and go get me more flour. Where's my rolling pin? Ladies, we've got to start baking. My rolling pin. Which one of you took my rolling pin?
Mama.
Colette!
Mama, Monsieur Henri was smiling at Marie just now.
Shh.
I suppose she could do worse. Worse? Mama? This is no ordinary Thomas, Richard, or Henri we are talking about. This is Henri du Vergier, le Marquis de la Roche-Jacqueline.
Well, he certainly has a lot of names.
But Mama, he's a nobleman. Any girl in France would give anything to be his wife.
So now you're Cinderella. There's no shame in poverty, my child. You have all that you need. All that really matters.
I know, Mama. I just meant that...
The measure of a man is not his gold, his title, or his lands. The true measure of a man is his love for God. And you'd best remember that, my dear, when your time comes.
Good morning, Father.
No, please! What crime did he commit?
He's a priest. That's crime enough.
I may be just a simple peddler, Father, but I know what is good and true. I don't have much, but I work hard, have a roof over my head, and bread for my family.
Good.
Monsieur Henri's family are nobles, but they are both kind and generous.
Very good.
The priests of the Bocage of the Vendée are holy men who love God and his church.
Very true.
Are we so different from the rest of France?
No, not so different. But yes, different still. The Vendée is no stranger to poverty and injustice, and yet, thanks to the fearless preaching of Father Louis de Montfort, of happy memory, we know the source of true happiness.
The Sacred Heart.
And the surest way to the Sacred Heart of Jesus is through his Blessed Mother. She who has suffered so much will never fail to come to our aid.
But the architects of the revolution say they too seek to relieve suffering.
When faith is discarded, Henri, those who seek justice through reason alone will stop at nothing to accomplish their lofty goals, no matter how much blood is spilt.
But where will it end, Father? They've already thrown our king into prison and made our faithful priests into criminals. Why, they've even begun closing our churches.
I do not know where it will end, my son. I do not know. But one thing is clear. If we remain steadfast and faithful, God will protect us and provide for us. He always does.
He's much too far, Jacques.
Au contraire, Monsieur Henri. Remember, you are in the Vendée.
Very well. I'll tell you one more story.
Did you really fight in the American War?
Yes, I did. The French Navy fought bravely for the Americans. I served with the very brave Admiral Count Toussaint Guillaume Piquet de la Mort.
Oh! He sure has long names. But aren't you a Frenchman?
But of course. What else would I be?
Then why were you fighting for the Americans?
The thirst for freedom makes brothers of us all. N'est-ce pas?
But you could have been killed.
Greater love hath no man than that he lay down his life for his friends. Now, who said that?
Jesus! Jesus!
England, the Netherlands, Italy, Germany, Prussia, Belgium. It's madness, I tell you. How many countries can a nation be at war with at once? Who's next, America? Madness, I tell you.
Monsieur Stofflet, I wish it were something as harmless as mere madness. The 1,400 massacred in September were not butchered by madmen. I fear something much more evil is at work here.
Butchery? Madness? Gentlemen, must we discuss these evils at every turn? This soldier, for one, has seen enough of war. I left the service of this troubled nation that I might finally live in peace. And that is just what I intend to do.
But Charette.
Captain.
Captain Charette. Your intention is good, but you cannot bury your head in the sand. You know what they say about good intentions. The road to...
Others may travel that road, my friend, but not I. Perhaps with your German blood you see things differently. But this is France. We love our God and our King.
And our wine.
And as long as we have those, we shall have peace.
Hear, hear, well said. A toast. A toast, my friends, to the newest child of God and son of France, heir to all my incredible wealth and fortune, my son Nicholas Catelneau, and to my beautiful wife Nisette, who has, by bearing me these priceless gifts from God and giving me the treasure of her love, made me the richest man in all the Vendée. And to our suffering king, that he be granted the strength to endure the indignity and injustice of his imprisonment and lead his people to a new day of peace and freedom. To the King! To the King! And finally to Almighty God, that his holy church be preserved, and that his priests continue to guide us on the path to heaven. To our God! To our God!
Monsieur Henri, a small favor.
Oui, monsieur?
It seems my daughter has no one to dance with.
I would be honored.
Well said, my son, well said.
Thank you, Father.
But I'm afraid if you give many more speeches like that, then my flock will expect more from my sermons.
Nonsense, Father. You already give us everything we need.
Where's Father? I need to speak to Father! The king! The king is dead.
What?
How?
The guillotine.
May he rest in peace. Well, my friend, Seems France has now even declared war on herself.
Expecting you. General, I trust you realize that the oath of loyalty has been law in the Republic for over 2 years?
I do.
And I further trust too that you are familiar with the consequences for failure to comply with this law.
I am. Imprisonment for the priest and the closing of his church.
General, we have received disturbing reports of late that many of the priests of the West, in the area formerly known as Poitou and the Bocage, have refused to swear the oath, and they still remain free, and their churches open. How do you explain this?
Citizen, the people of the Vendée are a somewhat different folk than you may be used to.
How so?
They believe in God.
I see. Well, perhaps someone should have gotten rid of that Montfort priest a bit sooner then. I believe it is time to enlighten them. Tell your National Guard commanders that the Assembly expects full compliance, or there will be further consequences.
Very well then.
That is all.
I'll take the one on the left. Pierre, you take the one in the middle. And Remy, you take the one on the right.
Which one's my right?
The one you ate with, dummy.
Oh.
No, silly. The other one. Now I'll play Catlino.
Why do you always get to play father?
Because Olivier's the oldest.
That's not fair.
When you get to be the oldest, you can play your father.
But that makes no sense. I'm the youngest. I'll never get to be the oldest.
Now, Pierre, you play Monsieur Henri. And Remy, that leaves you with Stofflet.
But I always play Stofflet.
Tough.
But he talks funny.
He does not.
Plus, he smells odd.
Stop it. Don't be vulgar. Now remember, up, aim, shoot, down. Ready, go.
I think we got him.
Now we charge. Ready, go.
Well, what have we here?
Papa!
Hunting on Monsieur Henri's estate without permission, again?
But Papa!
I think you have some explaining to do, mon capitaine.
But Monsieur Catlino, we were not hunting.
Oh, really? Then what were you doing?
We were training, Papa.
Training? For what?
For the war.
What are you boys talking about? We are not at war.
But we will be. Monsieur Stofflet said so.
So he did.
Well, he may be right, but one can only hope and pray he is wrong.
War is not a game, Pierre. It is an evil. Sometimes a necessary evil, but an evil nonetheless.
But Papa, they have killed our king. Now she is all alone. Who will defend her?
The Queen, Papa. Who will defend the Queen?
Well, I suppose a little training couldn't hurt. But you must respect Monsieur Henri's property.
Oui, Papa. Our apologies, Monsieur Henri.
Accepted. Let's see how you do.
See, Papa?
Impressive.
And mine?
Excellent shooting, Pierre.
Wait till you see mine, Papa. But I know I hit it.
Next time, Remy, just a little bit higher. If war does come, we want to stop the enemy from killing us. Not just make him mad.
Perhaps you did not hear me, citizen. I said, where did you last see the Abbé Brenier?
Please, monsieur.
Citizen, you are to address me as citizen.
Please, citizen, I do not remember.
Maybe, if we cleaned out his ears and improved his hearing and his memory.
I will ask you one more time. Where is Father Bernier?
The next village, 3 miles.
Who can tell me what this is a painting of?
The Sacred Heart of Jesus.
Very good. And what does the Sacred Heart mean for us?
It means that the Lord loves us.
Yes. And how much does he love us?
He loves us so much that he would give his very life for us.
His very life. Can you imagine a heart that loves so much?
Father, the Blues are coming. We must hide.
What?
They're looking for you. Come with me.
But
hurry.
Don't make a sound.
Thank you.
He's not here, Captain.
Good citizens of the Vendée, rejoice. The shackles of your ancient oppression have been loosed. Lady Liberté has swept away the triple tyrants of crown, aristocracy, and church. Vive la Révolution! As you already know, for your protection and well-being, all priests are required to swear the oath of loyalty to the revolution.
But the Holy Father forbids it.
Any citizen providing aid or comfort to a non-juring priest will be subject to the full penalty of the law. Courts shall be established to hear evidence against those accused of royalist sentiments or unauthorized practice of religious rites. I assure you, citizens, that punishment in these cases will be swift and most severe. These are perilous times, citizens, but together we shall make them the best of times.
The worst of times, more like.
In order to ensure the success of the revolution, the Assembly has called for the formation of a grand army of the Republic. Every able-bodied man between the ages of 18 and 40 shall report here in 2 weeks' time on the morning of March 10th. That is all.
Please, Captain.
Well, Leontine, what shall we do?
Gather the men.
But my friends, these are not ancient barbarian hordes of Huns or Vandals we face here. This is the 18th century. These are men of reason. Why, they are not even foreign enemies like Prussians or Germans. No offense, Stufflet. These are Frenchmen, our brothers. They are civilized. There's still a chance for peace.
Civilized? You were there, Charette. You were there. You saw it with your own eyes. You know of what I speak. A bloodthirsty, godless storm is gathering, with Danton, Murat, and Robespierre, with Paris mob at its center. A terror is about to be unleashed, gentlemen. the likes of which France has never seen. You cannot make peace with the devil.
But how will we possibly defend ourselves? We have no army. Who will help us?
Our help is in the name of the Lord.
In heaven and earth. But there is still time, my friends.
Time? What time have we left? You are the one who needs to be reasoned with, my friend. Have you forgotten what has happened in just the last 3 years? I'll remind you then, all of you for that matter, the glorious history, the triumph of reason.
There you are. I think your father is about to deliver a speech.
I know it well. We hear it every night at dinner. His list of intolerable acts.
A la Française. July 14th, 1789, the storming of the Bastille. The Paris mob liberates a total of 7 prisoners and parades the heads of the warden and the mayor of Paris on pikes. November 2nd, the National Assembly seizes all church property and possessions.
February 13th, 1790.
All monastic vows are abolished. November 27th, the oath of loyalty to the revolution.
April 13th, 1791.
The Pope forbids our priests to swear the oath. September 22nd, divorce legalized and the legal status of the church's sacraments denied.
August 10th, 1792.
The attack on the palace of the Tuileries and the slaughter of the king's Swiss guard. 600 cut to pieces. More heads on pikes.
September 2nd through 6th.
The September massacres. 1,400 prisoners butchered in a single 48-hour period. Most of them priests, religious, and supporters of the king. And finally,
January 21st of this year.
The execution of King Louis XVI. And of course, that brings us to the latest outrage. The decree of February 24th. The conscription of an army of 300,000 to fight and die for this glorious new republic. Time, Captain Charette, how time flies when a nation is eating its young.
Do you think I have a heart of stone? Do you think I do not hear the cries of the innocents and long to avenge them? But how? Who are we against so powerful an enemy?
He's right, Stofflet. What defenses will we have if they send their armies? What possible hope do we have of victory?
This would be no ordinary war, my friends.
We would not be fighting for land, or gold, or nation. They have killed our temporal king. And now they want to kill our heavenly king. Who is worth fighting for, or even dying for, if not him?
They will need help.
What say you, Father?
My sons, the martyrs of old did not die expecting a fleeting victory in this world. They sacrificed their lives, hoping only for eternal victory in the next. Are you willing to do the same?
He seems to carry a heavy burden.
He's seen much of war, Jacques. He's not eager for more.
Nor are any of us, but we must be ready.
We will be.
Attention!
How are they doing, Stofflet?
Better than last week. Their discipline is good. Their aim, never better. They fight like tigers, monsieur.
Any word from Charette?
My friends, the Blues will have superior number, arms, ammunition, cannon, cavalry. If we meet them on their terms, we will surely lose. So we will not meet them on their terms. The Americans have taught us one thing: a small, determined, disciplined force that knows the land and has a will to fight can defeat a much greater enemy.
But, monsieur, our columns will be no match for theirs.
Then we will not face them in columns. They cannot shoot what they cannot see.
We are men, monsieur, not angels.
Tell me, Jean.
Oui, monsieur?
Are the men of the Vendée good hunters?
Oui, monsieur, the best hunters in all France. You know that.
And what makes for a good hunter?
Patience, skill,
and surprise.
And how does the hunter keep the element of surprise?
By hiding?
Precisely. We will shoot from behind bushes, trees, rocks, from the river, from the mud. And when the enemy is in disarray, then we will charge.
But that doesn't seem fair. Where is the honor in that? Honor, my friend? Where was the enemy's honor at Bressuire, where 500 of our brothers were slaughtered? And for what? For coming to the aid of a convent of defenseless nuns. This enemy has no honor, and will kill not only us, but every man, woman, child, priest, nun they can find. So like our guardian angels, we will be invisible if we must. But as the men, as the sons of thunder that we are, we will meet these devils, and we will defeat them. For God and King! For God and King!
Blues! The Blues are coming!
Down! High!
They make for Chamille?
No doubt.
Gentlemen, the day is done. Go home, kiss your wives, hug your children, bake your bread, say your prayers. Tomorrow it begins. Gentlemen.
But we haven't any wives.
You know how to say your prayers, no?
Then be off with you. Besides, our queen will be wondering where her guards have been all day.
Jacques.
Do not be afraid, my love. God, for whom I shall fight, will protect you.
I
Vesívulju.
He looks good.
He looks like a soldier, Mama.
He is, my dear. He is.
Vexilla regis prodeunt,
Fulget crucis mysterium.
Citizens, do willingly join the army of the Republic. They have killed our king, chased away our priests, sold the goods of our church. They have eaten everything we have, and now they wish to take our bodies? No, they shall not have them! Arrest them!
If you please, Corporal. Corporal...
Clouseau.
Corporal Clouseau? Very good.
Now, if you'll please behave yourselves, we have a very busy day ahead of us. Gentlemen, on to Ďalší. Forgotten King!
Forgotten King!
You heard what he said. Behave yourselves.
My friends, if my father had been here, he would have inspired you and given you confidence. As for me, I am no more than a child, but I hope to be able to prove to you, by my conduct, that I am worthy to lead you.
Viva la War!
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour, Madame Charette. Is the captain home?
Yes. Yes, he is. Do you mean him any harm?
Oh, no. We only wish to speak with him.
Ah, very good. One moment, please. Francois, we have guests. Francois, what?
Francois, shame on you.
Tell them I'm asleep.
But they need you.
Tell them I'm ill.
They look very determined.
Tell them I'm dead.
They have some very heavy sticks.
Please, Captain Charette. The war has started. You must lead us.
Be sensible. This is a war that cannot be won.
Catlino doesn't seem to think so. He's already taken 2 towns.
What?
Monsieur Henri's troop has set off to join them.
What about Stufflet?
He marches on Chamille.
My friends.
Please, Captain. For a man of God and an officer of the king to refuse to fight both the enemies of God and the king, forgive me for saying so, but it is shameful.
We are too few. If you are truly serious, understand the risk, and can find more men, then return tomorrow.
Surrender to the Royal and Catholic Army!
What army?
This one!
A successful mission, Jacques. Our first cannon. What shall we name her?
Well, that she will no doubt assist us in the mission of spreading the gospel. What else? The missionary. Bring her along. We may need her before the day is through. On to Shamil.
Francois, they're back.
What?
The men. They've returned.
Already?
Men are ready for your inspection, Captain.
And you? What is your name, little one?
Pascal.
Well, Pascal, you have no weapon for this fight?
2 eyes that can see approaching danger. 2 legs that can run for help. 2 arms that can carry the wounded. And a heart and mind that will pray for you every minute of every day. Mon capitaine. Please.
How many?
About 300, Captain.
300.
And they are well armed.
Gentlemen, our first challenge of the day.
And there's one thing more, monsieur. They have a cannon.
But so do we, my friend.
Not like this one.
Captain, reports of trouble from nearby villages. A small band of brigands has taken Jalais.
Spanish.
They were the White Cockade
Royalists.
and the Sacred Heart. They are Catholic Royalists.
Corporal, this is France. We're all Catholics. Some are just more fanatic than others. But not to worry. If they appear, we'll give them a catechism lesson they won't soon forget.
Remember, we will have time for only 3 volleys before the Blues ready their cannon. We are low on ammunition, so make every shot count, my hunters. You know what to do after that.
My friends, never forget we are fighting for our holy religion. May God bless us all. Most Sacred Heart of Jesus,
have mercy on us.
He says, we move to the right, fire for the first volley, and charge at the second signal.
Right. That's what I thought he said.
there were 300.
Most of them ran away, but they were nice enough to leave their rifles.
Her voice resounds like thunder. And when she speaks, I'll flee in terror. Therefore, I shall name her Marie Jeanne.
Who's that?
Who else? My mother-in-law.
Good news, my friends! Villagers of Majikul have already won the town and have taken 500 blues prisoners. I march there now to take command. Signed, Francois Charette.
Charette. Thanks be to God.
A prayer of thanksgiving. We give thee thanks, O Almighty God, who livest and reignest forever. And may the souls of the faithfully departed, through the mercy of God, rest in peace. Amen.
Jacques, our numbers grow. I present the good men of Shamil.
You are Jacques Cathalino?
I am.
They took our priest away, put him in prison a month ago. My baby daughter. We had to baptize her ourselves.
Excellent, my friend.
What the other sacraments, monsieur?
She's a little young for confession or communion, don't you think?
Not to mention marriage, eh?
She was not too young for the last rites, monsieur. We want our priest back. May we fight with you.
Come. Gentlemen, today will be well remembered. You have fought bravely and Our Lady has smiled on your efforts. But tomorrow is a new and more dangerous day. So tonight, we rest.
Good food, heartfelt prayers, and beautiful smiles. What army is better supplied?
Bon appetit, monsieur.
Huh?
Smiles, he said smiles.
Yes, but he is looking at you.
Were you afraid, Papa? Papa's not afraid of anything. Were you, Papa?
Well, at first, maybe a little bit, but Monsieur Catherine is very brave. And I was right next to him.
And they were shooting at you, Papa?
Oh, yes.
With real bullets?
Just look at my hat.
Back again? You poisoned more than your horse.
Leave them be, Leontine. They're growing boys.
Winning this war will be hard work, madame. We need our strength.
Thank you, Marie.
Grandma!
Oh, Mama!
Papa captured a cannon. And he named her the missionary.
Oh, but that was nothing. Then we captured a huge and terrifying cannon. It belched clouds of putrid smoke and fire. And it made the loudest sound that I've ever heard in my life.
What did you name her, Papa?
We named her... We named her... We named her... finish your broccoli.
My friend, you are most welcome.
Majikul is ours, but...
What is it, my son?
The prisoner's father. The men sought revenge for Bressuire.
What are you saying?
I arrived too late to stop them.
No.
May God have mercy on their souls. Never again, my son. We must make it clear to our soldiers that they cannot act as the Blues do. God's mercy must be ours, even in war.
Yes, Father. I'm sorry, my friend.
A message for you, monsieur.
It's from Delbé. He says an army marches on the Vendée under the command of General Berruyer.
How many?
35,000. We will join with Delbé's forces and stop them in Shamil. Make ready!
Goodbye, my loves. My dear. Marie-Jeanne.
You have a fast horse, boy.
There's none faster, monsieur.
And you know the Vendée well?
Like the back of my hand.
We could use a good scout.
But you're not our regular postman.
Please, monsieur. I took over for my father. He was at Brest-Weir when the blues.
I suspect the women of the Vendée will teach us a thing or two about courage before this all is through. Come.
Genevieve, what are you doing?
You shouldn't be singing that song.
Hey, Brainless. That's the anthem of the revolution?
It's not what you think. I'm almost done. There. Just listen. Allons armés catholiques, le jour de gloire est arrivé. Oh, she is good. Allons armés catholiques, le jour de gloire est arrivé.
They changed the words.
May I? Allons armés catholiques, le jour de gloire est arrivé. Contre nous de la République, le tendons sanglant élevé.
Very clever, mademoiselle. The words are perfect. May I keep this?
Of course.
Allons armés catholiques.
Well, I guess some people just have a way with words.
Right. And other people no have way.
A light force, General. No artillery or cavalry. 50 or 60 men, armed mostly with pitchforks.
Pitchforks?
Yes, sir.
I see. Sergeant Rousseau, what is the average effective range of the typical pitchfork?
Approximately 2 meters, sir.
Very well. Fix bayonets, advance in standard formation, and fire the first fusillade at 3 meters. What are we having for lunch, Maurice?
Shoulder! Arms! March!
I fired the first command, you fired the second. Why don't you understand?
It's his accent.
But he's using sign language.
Still. I ask that God take me to himself, and if I should survive, to remain always with me.
Steady.
Ready! Aim!
Morning, General.
Who are you?
.300 rifle, crates of powder and shot, 2 more cannons. Jacques. The general is being most generous.
Brigands. Fine Republican haircut awaits every one of you.
You could use a trim, Henri.
Your soldiers may fight like lions, but against the Republic, you will not always win. And then? Then we shall die.
Jacques, come quick. They want to kill the prisoners.
Stand aside, you two! Stand aside!
Our orders are to protect the prisoners.
What do you think you're doing?
These animals massacred 500 villagers not 2 days ago at Bahrain. Now they must pay!
My friend, think about what you are doing. If you act as they do, then you are no better than they. I beg you, show them mercy.
What mercy did they show to our captured brothers?
Please, I beg.
Stand aside, monsieur.
Please, wait. Wait. Before you do something you will regret for the rest of your days. Grant me one request. A pater noster. One pater noster is all I ask.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass. As we forgive those who trespass against us.
Forgive me.
Oh, and where do you think you're going?
But Marie, the men are having a war council.
So let the men have their council. We need more bandages here.
But Marie, Olivier is going.
But Olivier's the oldest, and when you...
I know. When I get to be the oldest, blah, blah, blah.
Remy, don't be so anxious to be older. Can't you stay young just a little while longer?
Being young's no fun. Who wants to be a child?
I know someone who wants everyone to be like a child. Someone who knows your name, and who loves you so much, he became a child himself.
For me? Thank you, Marie. Now I'll look just like Papa. When he was my age.
My sons, your valor and faithfulness have been rewarded with great success, but we are now at a crossroads.
With the victories of Delbey, Bonchamps, and Marquis de Lescure, we now control the entire region of the Vendée west of Semur. We are only 150 miles away from the capital. I call for an immediate march on Paris.
That's it. Listen to me. Anarchy is a monster which can be killed only by striking at its heart.
The road to the capital is open to us. I say we go to Paris and find our little king and crown him.
Many of the men have never ventured more than a day's walk from the village of their birth. How can we expect them to march on Paris?
It's too far. Our supply lines will be stretched too thin.
Yes.
Gentlemen! Captain Charette has another proposal.
My friends, if we do not control the city of Nantes, we have no hope of supplies from the British or an alliance with Brittany. I know the city, and we are well positioned to strike.
Both of these choices are grave, but you cannot do both. Someone must decide.
It's you, Jacques. You must lead us.
I'm humbled by your trust, my friends.
What is your decision, General?
We cannot go to Paris. It is too far. We march on Nantes.
Who are these Vendéans? Nothing like this has been seen since the Crusades.
A crusade indeed, with God as their captain, the Blessed Virgin as their guide, and the wind of the Holy Ghost filling their sails.
The ship of the Revolution cannot arrive at port, except upon a sea reddened with waves of blood. Terror is the order of the day. Send in the Mayases. And General, this time you will be in command.
From Captain Charette, General.
Thank you. His forces have reached Nantes. Beauchamp's army marches from Torfou. Scouts have sighted 2 forward enemy battalions and estimate their full strength at 20,000. They are commanded by a General Kleber.
Kleber?
Fewer than we faced at Chamille.
You don't understand, Jacques. These aren't the ragged National Guard we've been facing up till now. These are the invincible Mayasans, battle-hardened veterans who defeated every army they faced.
That may be so. They have yet to face us.
Move out!
May I count on your prayers? Marie?
Always, monsieur.
God go with you, my love.
And with you. Take good care of our queen. You hear me?
Yes, sir, General, sir.
Where are all your brave men?
Time for your breakfast.
Put her down. Now.
I don't think so.
Put her down now, monsieur. And no one gets hurt.
You forget who you are dealing with, madame. I am...
Father.
Are you all right, Leontine?
Father.
You still have time, my son.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned.
Place, O Lord, on my head the helmet of salvation, so that I may resist the assaults of the devil. Gird me, O Lord, with the cincture of purity. Restore to me, O Lord, the state of immortality. My yoke is sweet and my burden light. Grant that I may so carry it as to merit thy grace. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Introibo ad altare Dei. Iudica me Deus et detione causam meam de gente non sancta. Benedicat vos omnipotens Deus, Pater et Filius et Spiritus Sanctus.
They will be expecting us to outflank them, Jacques. Your plan is bold, but it carries great risk.
After the diversion from the flanks, we'll give them a taste of Marie Jeanne's voice down their gullet. The rest will be up to you, General.
Make ready.
Father, No one knows their appointed time, my son. Let not your heart be troubled. Your cause is just, your soul prepared. Be brave.
You wish to see me, General?
At ease, Corporal. What is your assessment of these men?
They fight as well as we do and shoot better.
And their leader?
He may be only a peasant, General, but he is a true man of war, never resting whether in victory or defeat.
Very good, Corporal. Then it appears we'll have our hands full today.
Yes, General.
So you'll probably need both hands free.
My friends, today we dare to put our trust in God's mercy. We do not fight for human glory, but for God, our King, and our country. They say we are the slaves of ancient superstitions, and it makes us laugh. But in the face of these demons who rise up again century after century, we are youth, gentlemen. The youth of God, the youth of fidelity. The banners of the King go forth. The mystery of the cross shines, by which life bore death, and by dying gave us life. For God and King!
What's that? You hear that? Huh? Singing. Someone's singing. Oh, it's the Marseillaise. They must be ours. Go back to sleep.
No idea.
Jacques. My friend.
Jacques, stay with us, please.
Is that my children?
Jacques, stay with us, please.
Oh, Sacred Heart of Jesus.
Help him! Help him! Retreat! Retreat!
Eternal rest grant unto him, O Lord.
And let perpetual light shine upon him. May he rest in peace. May his soul and the souls of all the faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in peace.
Jacques.
What are you doing?
Kathleen, no. He's dead, Leontine.
I have eyes, my husband, but they do not believe what they are seeing.
The day is lost.
For whom, Francois? This is not a day to mourn, but to avenge.
Yes, a brave general has fallen. Is there not one among you who will take his place?
His death shall not have been in vain. One of you must lead them to victory.
Please, brothers. It is what he would have wanted.
Men of the Vendée, either pick up your weapons now, or we will wield them for you.
Needs you. We need you. Can you not hear his heart calling to you? Pick up your cross and follow him.
If I advance, follow me. If I retreat, kill me. If I am killed, avenge me. For God and King!
But this story did not end with the defeat of the invincible Mayasans. For the terror had only begun to be unleashed. Column after bloodthirsty column raged across the countryside. The infernal columns came, removing every trace of man, woman, or child from the Vendée. Every village, farm, building, animal, or tree, all was laid waste. While in the city, even the servants of the revolution met their doom. But a sacrifice was soon to be offered, which would finally bring this suffering to an end.
Your laws cannot prohibit feeling. They cannot extend their empire to the affections of the soul. God alone has the right to judge them.
You are charged with fanaticism. How do you plead?
Fanaticism? I call on you to tell us what you mean by fanaticism.
I mean your attachment to your childish beliefs and silly religious practices.
Let us rejoice, my dear mother and sisters, that we shall die for our holy religion, our faith, our confidence in the Holy Roman Catholic Church.
The 16 Carmelites of Compiègne pledged their innocent lives as a Holocaust offering, that peace might return to France. "10 days after their execution, the reign of terror was over. But still, in the West, the resistance went on, with tens of thousands of Catholic soldiers and their brave Catholic leaders, Catelinot, Delbé, Bonchamps, Stofflet, Charette, Monsieur Henri, all offering their lives for their God and King. But in spite of all their suffering and persecution, these noble people survived and slowly returned to their beloved land. And when he came to power, for all his faults, Napoleon knew that peace would never last in the Vendée unless full religious freedom was restored. And this was the victory of the Vendée.